Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. I'm gonna rebuild my pump, so I'm very pumped for this. People going in. Oh. Well. Okie dokie. That's great. I have great news for all of my friends. But you don't get to know it yet. What a surprise to get on stream. That was super fun. Alrighty. What do we got? Mr. Josh. How you doing, buddy? Definitely not getting all the chats across everything. Not entirely sure how to resolve that. So I'm not getting the Facebook chat on any of my chat pickups. So that's a little bumming. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, start cracking on this thing. I had this for forever, and we used it out at Black Hawk Down. It did great, but then I started kind of going through it and cleaning it up and such. I found a chunk of metal just kind of chilling in the lower tube, and I think from that, I don't know if you're gonna pick that up, but you see that kind of ring on the face? That's the hammer, and the hammer was striking the retaining nut for the valve, and it was causing all sorts of mischief. I had this weird black powder all over the place inside, and like I said, I found chunks of metal. The valve, which I have found out, I don't think I really knew this. I don't know if I took it apart this far before. It's a rat valve, and it seems fine, but I feel like I needed to address the valve situation or the valve configuration because I was using Madman springs. I was using a blue valve and a green hammer spring, and it was still contacting, and not entirely sure if I want to go that way again. I mean, it worked fine, it shot well, but it just didn't really yeah. It was kind of killing itself. Oh, give me a second. You gotta rebuild your pump. Yeah, you should rebuild that sniper. Alrighty. See here. All right. So went ahead and took all that stuff out, and I went ahead and ordered some other things. I got this little bad boy. So I pretty much found a CCM lower tube kit because it's easy. This I found used, the valve, and then picked up all the other pieces directly from CCM. So IVG, retaining nut, the springs, and the hammer. Cool thing about the hammer, definitely a little heavier, a little longer. That's kind of cool to see. And then I also got springs for the return arm, and what I'm using is a slice kit from Autococker Parts. I really like this pump arm. It's actually kind of heavy, which I'm definitely down for. So it feels good, but it's also, you know, pretty long, and you can take out these little bits. That's why they call it the slice, right? But you know, quite frankly, I want to add more. So yeah, but I went ahead and got that and tried working on making this spring return work, because as you can see, this is the CCM one. This is the one that came with the slice. The CCM one is a little weaker, right, than the slice one. However, once I get it all in there, because I have to use this spacer that I made out of like an ASA part from an old ASA. It took filing and dremeling, but you know, it ain't pretty, but it's good enough for government work. But yeah, I put it kind of in the tube. It's got this nice little O-ring. I mean, it's a nice tight fit, right? Shove it all the way down there, but it just didn't feel as smooth, and it actually felt a little heavier. I mean, in terms of weight, negligibly. It's a negligible difference, but like I said, it's more the smoothness. And I think it's because, you know, you're adding that extra part in there, that little spacer. Yeah, it didn't feel as right. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the pump return spring that came with the slice. Also, I have this CCM bolt, but I put this in after I received the gun. So, little short story on the gun. I've had this gun on and off for probably 10, 12 years. I've bought it, sold it, bought it, sold it. Tried keeping track of it. The last time I sold it was a few years ago. My wife said she wouldn't date me unless I came and visited her. I'm here in Texas, and she was over on the East Coast at the time. She said she wouldn't date me unless I came and visited her, and I was a broke college student, so I needed to get some money. Sold this, went and got a wife, and then pretty much just asked her, hey, if I find that gun again, can I get it back? And so found it, bought it back, and it came back to me with the original bolt. And the bolt I had was a ANS push on the back. It had O-rings, right? And it had a different reg than what I sent it with, if I remember right. Or maybe not. I don't know, something was going on with the reg. And so what I ended up doing is picking up this CP reg. And while I was at it, I got the CCM bolt because I thought it was nice, and put that on. And I feel like I had like much lower FPS. IVG had to be turned in and weigh in. I even sweet spotted the reg. It was just the configuration wasn't perfect. And even though it shot great and shot straight at Black Hawk Down, I feel like I could have made it a little better. Additionally, whenever I put this in the body, so it's going in straight, and then as soon as it hits the detent, the bolt wants to kind of twist a little bit because the detent cutout on the side of the bolt doesn't line up as much. So I went ahead and picked up a spine from Autococker Parts. I really like autococker parts. They always come in clutch. And the spine has the O-rings, and I think that's going to make a difference in my FPS game. It's still just as smooth, I feel like. It might have a little bit more friction, but also additionally, you know, it doesn't twist. I mean, the hole lines up a lot better. Again, nothing wrong with the CCM bolt. I mean, the gun shot straight with it, and you know, the pump stroke still felt fine. But I don't know. I just feel like this autococker spine is going to be a little better for the build itself. Let's see here. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's my philosophy. But yeah, whenever I found those metal chunks, I was pretty devastated. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of swap over to these parts here. Found a couple extra like cosmetic pieces. But yeah, let's I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking on it. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do first. Yes, I do. I know what I'm doing. I remember the last time I took apart an autococker. Went in there, straight up cleaned everything I possibly could. How did I do this before in life? Oh wait, no, can't do that. Oh, I guess that's how we do it. Fish it in. Go. Get my retaining nut. Yes, but since Savannah got her pump, I'm gonna start using this a little bit more. Probably gonna use this at fit. Really, probably gonna start using this gun exclusively, to be honest. You know, be doing more pump stuff. Just because I don't know, I really enjoy playing pump a lot. It just adds like an extra bit of challenge to the game. I feel like it's way more fun to play. So we're gonna lean full into it. All right, which side do I want? There's the whole side. There's the side. I'm gonna do the stick side. Touch it. Maybe. I'm entirely sure, actually. Maybe not. Way these retention nuts go. I always forget. We're retaining. We're retaining. What I like to do here is finish the tight. Do well with it. Where did my... I also don't have as many tools as I once had before I started playing paintball again. So I may need to start getting all my tools back. Don't necessarily want to cinch this down too tight, but at least until it stops. There we go. That should be good. Let's do a little test here. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I see you. Alrighty. So we got that. That's looking good. What else did I need to do? Probably need to do hammer. Yep. The proper one. Let's see if it goes down all the way. It does, yay! Alright. Heck. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, this thing is tight. Tight like a toiga. Yeah, that spear, that, oh my goodness. Thing is tight. Alright, so it's at least retained right now. May have to get my bigger Allen key for that one. Hammer. You know what? I'm actually gonna put a little lube on that O-ring. I didn't put any lube on the hammer, actually. I'd probably need to do that. Heck. Not really for not really for making it have less friction, but more for protecting the bolt. It's kind of my mentality. Alright. I don't know if that whole thing's gonna work. Let's try this. That's a little nicer. What should I use? Go ahead and use. Should I use 55 or 33? I'm gonna go ahead and use 55. I think 55, at least this Dow 55 that I'm using, is a little thicker, a little more viscous. Kind of grabs on a little more. Doesn't want to let go as much. Yeah, we're gonna give it a little coating of that. Not too wild, being pretty conservative with it. Oh, I'm gonna lube it. Damn it, Gandhi. So, back in lower tube. There we are. Put that on. I'm already liking kind of the feeling of some of these parts. We not retained yet? Retain this. Well, hopefully it's retained now. Kind of. It kind of is. I don't necessarily like it like that, so... I need to go find my bigger Allen key for this. Hey, that works. Don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but what it's supposed to be used for. But well, take it. However, for this O-ring, I am going to put Dow 33 on the IVG. So, if I remember right, Dow 55 makes O-rings swell a little more. And this O-ring, I don't necessarily want it to swell all that much. I want to provide a little light pressure to keep the IVG retained and not moving around. Okay, so we're gonna make it flush. For the most part flush, and then I'm gonna give it 2 turns. 1, 2. Close enough. Okay. Most likely gonna need to probably should have turned that in a little bit more. Of course it. Nope. No big. You can always put a cocking rod in there. We can handle that part later. Okie dokie. Lower tube is done. Go ahead and throw this on. I've already kind of pre-lubed this bottom rod and the bottom hole here of the pump arm. I used Dow 55. It's holding on pretty good. Wiping away excess. I find that lubing the inside of these slice kits is kind of not necessary. They kind of have this Teflon Delrin sleeve in there that's actually really low friction by itself. So if anything, you're not really going to get any more, slickiness. At least that's how I feel about it. Actually, I'll put trigger frame on first. Yeah, we're gonna put trigger frame on. So again, gonna grab a little Dow 55. I'm just gonna throw it on the top of my slider there. Kind of see where I've been kind of applying it over time. And grab my screws. Oh no, I'm bad at this. Hello, puppy. Yeah, we'll do that one first. That's gonna be a little easier. Come on now. Your hole. So the trigger frame is a die slider that has been modified to take the Gap Products auto trigger lever. I actually really like it. Generally, you're running a hinge, right? And for an auto trigger, and that's fine and all. but this feels cool. And also it kind of looks the best in my opinion for this particular body style. You know, because this is a AIM Swift body. Let's see if I can get the light to work here. AIM Swift body with the dice slider. Come on. There we go. So you have these kind of like cuts here, and I feel like they really matched with the die slider cuts. You know, it's just, I don't know. I think it really looks good, and it's supposed to look that way. Right, got that running. So I kind of already did some of the tuning guessworky stuff. We are going to have to do a little bit more kind of finagling just to look at some things. And we did change up the lower tube, so I'm sure going to have to, you know, mess with the cocking rod here. But yeah, so we'll kind of get there eventually. I want to put this where it was before with the other lower internals. There is a mark on the threads of the pump arm, kind of show me it was. It was at rest, and then one turn from rest. Kind of keep tension. There you go. That's about where it was. Again, I don't have any slop here, right? But whenever it comes forward, I mean this isn't free. This isn't spinning. The back block isn't. So I tend to like this setup. I know some people like a little sloppier. Some people like it a little tighter. A couple more turns to bring this pump arm in, but I've kind of really liked this. It's worked well for me. So I'm gonna stick with it. And then we have the auto trigger. It's gonna be really hard for me to show how I kind of do it, but there's a cam on the slider, right? And what I do is I will hold that cam down, and this is where it will be all the way forward. And then I just kind of unscrew this, kind of adjust it where it needs to be. Like I said, I've already done a lot of pre-adjustments, so the hole on the pump arm matches perfectly. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in. Hopefully I don't cross thread it, because I'm always really scared of that on these pump arms. There we go. Now we can put fire. Big. Go. Get that adjusted. There we have it. So this is kind of something I like to see. It's back like this. Again, with the lighting. So you see the back block. Right now, gravity is keeping it in the back. When I pull the trigger, that cam brings it the rest of the way. That feels really good. So, next thing would be the bolt. Throw this bad boy in. Yeah, I don't feel much difference in terms of smoothness. There you go. That's what kind of should be that. See what we can, yeah. Oop. Bringing it forward is just the trigger. I know some people like it, so whenever it's under, even in this, a little more, it's more tense, so everything's a little tighter and it comes back in. So, but you know, to each their own. This might be the hardest part, actually. I don't know if I've cut this macro line very well. And if I do have points of failure, it's going to be this part. There we go. Yeah, I feel like this macro line is probably a little too long. Not a big deal, I can always cut it. But I don't have any other macro line. I got this, but I'm fairly certain it's bad. Lots of little micro kinks in it and stuff, so kind of one of those situations I don't want to give it a try. All right, we're starting to come together now. Now, I would put on this beaver tail. Got a little KAP beaver tail in red. It looks really good when it's on. However, I'm an idiot, and I used the wrong screw here. So what I'm going to do at some point is we're going to take this to the machine shop, and we're going to retap this for a different screw, maybe one with a little thicker threads, and go ahead and set that up and have a proprietary screw for a beaver tail. But we are getting close to the end here. Oh, the CCM hammer has a little... Oh my gosh. A little neoprene thing in there. Making it hard to... Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Oh my goodness. That really grips onto it, don't it? I mean, it's better than it, you know, being loose and jiggling out all the time. Like these System X caulking rods. Has little design pieces, kind of give you little flat spots to use little adjustable wrenches on. Maybe you won't gnarl it up too much. Damn, and I just did. Ah! This caulking rod's probably not coming out of here ever again. Oh, maybe. Oh, wow. That's a heck ton smoother than the Madman springs and the other stuff. Wow, it's actually really nice. Do need to put this in a little bit. Oh no. This caulking rod is going to be an issue. I feel like I just messed something up. Not too pumped on that. Okay, maybe this is the winner chicken dinner here. Oh, come on now. Let me through. There we go. Do a quick time on it. See how this is gonna work. Oops. Jesus. Back to court turn. All right, so we definitely have too far back. Need to bring that cocking rod in a little bit more. Getting there. I mean, you could definitely go out and play in this. This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. ECCM internals are really friggin' smooth. Retaining nut on that cocking rod out. See how that's gonna work. Alright, a little too much. Big. Ooh, we are right on the cusp. And just a little bit more. There we go. That's it. That's the money right there. All right, timing wise, let's go ahead. I need to forget where I need to put that. A little more, actually, if I remember right. This is where it gets super finicky. Little micro adjustments. Okay. Cock's good. Quite frankly, I probably need to move it up a little bit more. Little bit more on the timing. Man, that thing feels so good. Wow, that's incredible. That feels fantastic. And like I said, I've been kind of like, I guess, soaking some of these parts in lube as well. Oh, wow. Dude, that's so smooth. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. Gonna bring this caulking rod in just a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be really nice. May have to bring it forward a little bit more. But that's only if we're chopping. Need to work on time just a little bit more. Bring it. An 1/8 of a turn. That might have been a 16th of a turn. That wasn't a big old turn. Okay. Ooh. Yep, I want to say that's going to be it right there. Wow. This thing is so friggin' smooth. Oh, what is going on here? Did my stream stop? Rude. I think it stopped on the Facebooks. I'm not entirely sure if anybody's saying anything. Wow, it straight up stopped. Ah, it's very rude. Very rude. How very rude. Let's see. Nice space left. Might be me. No, yeah, we're fine. Huh. Makes me wonder why it's doing that. Weird. Alright, so we are fairly good to go here. Last thing to do, let's throw some air on it. Probably gonna have to do a little tuning on the reg. See if we're leaking. No leaks. See what we're at? We're definitely shooting slow. Yeah. Yeah, barely shooting. What is it on these? I remember right. What is it on these regs here? PP. Turn the screw into lower pressure, out do is we're gonna... Yeah, it's real weak. No farting. That's cool to hear. Well, that is without me grabbing onto the thing there. Getting there. That actually feels a little closer to 300. Maybe not. Might have unscrewed that out a little too much. It tells you to do, to be honest. Put this all the way in. Until it starts hissing down the barrel when you pull the trigger. Oh my. That thing sounds so bad. Alright, let's do another quarter turn. Hey. Alright, still hissing just a little bit. Do another quarter turn. Hey, look at that. And one more quarter turn. Cool. That's probably gonna have to sweet spot this one. Yeah. Might have to go into the... Yeah, probably gonna have to do a couple more screws into the IVG. That ain't too big a deal. One more quarter turn. Let's see how this works. That sounds pretty good. I think we're gonna put some paint behind this, but there you have it. There's my beautiful, precious AIM pump, and you will see it coming up on more videos and stuff like that, hopefully. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely going to start using this almost exclusively just because I like playing pump. So, even on the speedball field and such, unless we're getting ready for tournaments. So, I'm very pumped, if you get it. Thing is smooth as heck. I'm really liking the CCM lower internals. I think that was a good choice. But yeah, I think we're golden. This is great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'll play with it for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to take apart I'm gonna take out the hammer and see where it's at. But yeah, we got this thing pretty much timed out, and I mean, this thing's a straight. Oh, dude, I am blown away by how smooth that is. The Madman was good, right? I really liked the Madman, but this right here, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm blown away with how smooth that is. So, but anywho, I'm gonna go throw some paint on this. Thanks for watching the stream if you watched it. Looks like we're still having some issues with the Facebook stream, so that's gonna be a thing I'm gonna have to address at some point in my life, but it will not be now. Like I said, I'm gonna go shoot this thing. Yeah. You guys have a wonderful day. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. I couldn't care less either way, but I really do want you to have a fantastic day. Have a good one.